There's different kinds of fasts. There's different reasons why you would want to fast, and there's so many benefits. One of the people that I follow in my space is Dr. Mindy Pelz, and her whole practice is based around fasting and helping women fast for their different phases of their menstrual cycle and then what to do after menopause. She's my go-to when it comes to women and fasting, and I've gleaned a lot of material from her. We can do intermittent fasting, which is where we have a narrow eating window. The most popular is 16 hours of fasting and then an 8-hour eating window where we try to concentrate what we're going to eat between a certain time of the day. There are some people who do alternate day fasting where they'll skip a meal or skip all their meals for a whole day. You can do water fasting, which is usually a prolonged fast of at least 3 days of nothing but water. Bone broth fasting, where all you're taking in is just bone broth. For other reasons, you can do a fast where you're restricting what you're eating. You're only eating a certain kind of food for a period of time, and usually for a more prolonged period of time. Give yourself a chance to learn what it feels like to fast. A lot of fasting is a mental hurdle that we have to get over. We have to get over the mental dependency that we have on whatever we're eating and going through this sense of depravity. I usually tell people, don't eat after dinner. And then say you normally have breakfast at 6 in the morning before you get up and go to work. Well, push it back and wait till 7. Take your breakfast with you. I actually have a client who does this because of the nature of his job. Instead of having his eating window between 12 and 8, like a lot of people do, he actually puts his window at the beginning of the day. He only eats from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. because he gets up at 4 in the morning, goes to the gym and works out. And he's not hungry. He feels great. He has lots of energy to work out. And he comes home and makes a big protein shake. With a lot of people graze at night after dinner, especially if they're bored and watching TV, just out of habit.
Yep.
Diet variation goes a long way too. Don't do the same thing every day. I'll do 5 days of intermittent fasting with keto. My 6th day of the week is my feast day. I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I might eat more carbs than normal. Then from dinner that night to dinner the next night is my 1 meal a day fast, where I go a whole entire 24 hours without eating anything. What that does is it helps you to have that metabolic flexibility so that your body doesn't get used to a certain way and get stuck there.
Right.
For women, this is huge, especially when we have all those fluctuating hormones at different times in the month where our estrogen goes up or our progesterone goes up. Even postmenopausal like me, we still have some fluctuations in our teeny little bit of hormones that we do make. You can definitely notice the difference. If you eat to support your hormones and vary your fasting and the types of ways that you're eating for your hormones, this goes a long way to help so you don't have those crashes. The first couple of days, you're not going to like it. It's a mental and emotional game that you're going to be playing because you have this attachment to something that you're trying to give up and something that you're trying to change and move away from. It can be an emotional thing, which is what I wanted to end on. The reason that I'm doing a fast right now is because I'm going into a time in my life in the next couple of weeks where I have things that are really heavy on my heart. I have things that I want to prepare myself for spiritually and mentally and emotionally. And I'm needing that clarity of mind where I'm not thinking about food or dependent upon that. I will be honest, it has been a stronghold in my life because I didn't grow up eating healthy. I grew up having those attachments and rewarding myself with food because of a whole bunch of different reasons. I'm preparing myself spiritually and I'm preparing my heart mentally and emotionally to get ready to go into this time of service and also to be able to make some decisions within my personal life that I need to do. That's where a lot of people have done extended fasting or different kinds of fasting. The one I'm going to do is called a Daniel fast. There was a time when Daniel was in the household of Nebuchadnezzar and he was looking to make these strong men to be part of his team. He told the king, you can eat from the riches of my table. And it was a bunch of gunk. There's a bunch of unclean food, things that weren't necessarily good. And Daniel's like, no, me and my team, we're going to eat what they called pulses, which is basically fruits, vegetables, whole grains and legumes, nuts and seeds. It not only helped to promote their own health and well-being, but it gave them time to set aside and really focus their attention. If you need support, we're here. foundationsofwellness.com is our website. You can find us on all the social media platforms. We're here to help. We invite you to come and join our family. We'd love to be there to help support you.